Hello everyone, and today we're going to go through it. We're going to work on rigging our pod racer here. So, excuse me. So, the rig is going to be pretty powerful, but it's not that complicated. So we're just going to start off by adding a single armature. And then on the panel tab, I want to make it pod racer, and this is the name of the overall armature. Actually, I'm going to name it pod racer armature. And then we will go in and name this first bone the control bone. So how I set this up is I have one bone that controls both of them together in an alignment, and then one bone that controls this back part, and then there's a bone that will control each of these, so you can have a complete range of motion over them. So one of the things that we first have to work on, though, right here, is with our curves that we created earlier. So we need to go in here, and we need to add two hooks, just like we have on the ropes up here. So Control H, hook to new object, and then same thing over here, Control H, hook to new object, object, object. And then if we move one of these, that will stretch, and then we want to just, and then we'll go in and we'll parent that to the main bone. So also on the bone side right here under the armature tab, we will make it X-ray. So rotate it a negative 90 degrees to line it up. Scale it up. We can change this 3D cursor here. So go into edit mode. Actually, no, put the cursor to selected here. Go into edit mode, Shift A. Added one, rotate a negative 90 degrees. Scale it up. So this is the bone that will control the thruster, and then we'll make one that will control the fan here. So sort it out. The size of the bones don't really have anything to do with how it works. It makes it easier to control and see what is doing what precisely. And then we need to parent this to that bone. Keep offset right here. And now you can see if I go into pose mode, you can understand how this is going to move and then rotate around with this. So also in edit mode, we have to add one to the back car. Go into edit mode for the rig, Shift A. Rotate it a negative 90 degrees. Scale it up. Control P, keep offset. Now we have the exact same thing going. And of course we want to parent our little ropes to the bone. So the control bone now, if we move it, it takes all of these with it. Exactly what we want. So now we just have to parent this thruster to... Actually, first we duplicate the bones by mistake. So with the cursor at the center, go into edit mode, Shift D, period making the pivot point the cursor, SX negative 1. And there we have it, we've duplicated it. So now we just go click on a single bone, Control P with bone, and now if I move this bone, that all goes with it, and if I move this, that goes with it. So now we just have to parent this one to just this bone, Control P, bone. So now that's all moving in unison. This piece is separate, so we'll just put that on here. And now we just set the exact same thing up over here. And it appears as though I have lost this piece. So we'll just Shift D, SX, negative 1. Oop, SX. There we go. Duplicate it over there. Parent it to this bone. Exact same thing here with these ones to the bone. And of course we parent this one to its bone. And now if we grab our control and pose mode, everything moves together. Except for it looks like I made too many of these. And we want the one that wasn't parented. Sorry about this. Geez. Let's see, is this one connected? No. Yes. Dang. I'll delete them both. Shift D, SX. Sorry about that. You don't have to do that part. So now you can see we can also control each of these independently. And this one, you can see here, has a bone issue. It's still parented to that. So to fix that, we go onto this, hit Alt-P, clear parent, keep transform, and then just reparent it in case you have that issue somewhere along the line. So it all moves together. And then you can move this independently to give yourself a greater range of motion. So now we just have to make these spin automatically. So take this bone here, and we'll name it left main. We'll name this one right main. Take this fan, parent it to that bone, as we already have. So under bone constraints, we want to go to transformation, source the location of this bone. So target, first of all, pod eraser armature, bone left main. So source would be 1, 1, and 1 to destination of that. So, and then we want it to rotate along Y 360. So now if we move this, hold on here. This is always a little tricky getting these set up, because generally it's relative to how you have it set. So, here we go. Min is 0, max is 1. And we expanded this out. Just like that. Move this here. Yes, you can see now it's moving here. But only a very slight amount, and the reason is that we have to hit extrapolate right here. And now you can see the fan going crazy when it moves. And then we just do the exact same thing right over here. Once again, transformation, hit extrapolate, pod eraser armature, right main location, max 1, max 1, max 1, and then 2, 360. Should I have that set the same over here? Flopped them. There we go. So now when we move this, that bone's moving, and then this one is not. To rotation. There we go. So when we move our main one, our fans move automatically, these move automatically, and you are all set to go and start animating.